Fantastic. Now, Simon, you're back as computer hacker Benji. Now,
Yep.
you've obviously been doing these films since 2006. So
I filmed my first scene 20 years ago this year.
Yeah, I mean, that's incredible.
In MI3, yeah.
But what I love is that the tech gets better, but the films keep up with the tech, right?
And we're in a bit of trouble in this one because the entity is an AI, so it's infested all of cyberspace. So all of the usual stuff we use, that's all online. So we have to go back to using like analog stuff, which makes it quite interesting because our sort of superpower has been taken away.
Yeah.
And then Hannah, you play Admiral Neely, commander of a US naval ship.
Thank you.
And apparently, you actually had to go out on the high seas with Tom Cruise for a few days.
That wasn't a ridiculous pressure at all.
Well, can you tell us everything from start to finish?
Right, I'm going to keep it brief. So I met Tom and McHugh, Chris McQuarrie.
Right.
Who also wrote The Usual Suspects, can I just say, which blew my
And won
mind.
an Oscar for
Right,
it.
yeah.
On the tarmac, on the runway, with my rucksack on my back, I met them on the runway. We got into a Black Hawk helicopter, flew out, literally me going, be cool, this is absolutely fine.
This is normal.
Yeah, and he was so, like, let me put your bag under my feet, and I was like, okay. and then we flew out, and suddenly we are in the ocean and coming alongside the real George H.W. Bush fighter carrier with 4,500 active serving men and women waiting for us on the deck, and we land the helicopter on, and Tom, no word of a lie, over the cans went, Hannah, welcome to mission, and I was just like, and we had five nights and 6 days. I actually slept in the Admiral's quarters. He wasn't there.
Right.
He moved, vacated.
More's the pity.
And it was unbelievable watching the F-18s like land and take off. I was literally obsessed like a geek for 6 days and did a little bit of filming at the same time.
I was arrested for espionage.
But you must have felt a little bit at home because it runs in your family. Your granddad, Harry, is 108 years old.
He's 108. He's just been... Look at him.
Yeah.
He was in the Northern Arctic convoy. Oh, look. Makes me emotional. When he was 16 on the bow of the ship, scraping ice off. So the whole nautical thing runs so much in my family. And he's the 5th oldest man in the UK, people.
Wow. That's amazing.
Big love to Harry.
So that bit didn't faze me. It was the Tom Cruise of it all.
Yeah.
That fazed me.
Simon, you're used to the Tom Cruise of it all, but you still had to get... You were on an island off of Norway, which is minus 40 degrees, but apparently it wasn't the cold that was scaring you guys.
No,
It
we went to Svalbard, which is a Norwegian sort of territory, about 500 miles from the North Pole. Quite quickly, you know, you have what's called frost nip, which is when your skin goes kind of white, and as soon as they see that, they're watching the monitors and they come in and they blow a hairdryer in your face to warm you up. And then there were the polar bears, which was terrifying.
Didn't they cross, like,
3 times, yeah. But it was incredible to see them in the wild, and you just clear away. As soon as they are sort of glimpsed on the horizon, everybody hides. They just lumber through like that, you know.
But where are you hiding?
We'd go back onto the ship where we were living.
Right.
Or I dug a small hole in the ice.
Yeah. I like to imagine the warning is like a big horn. Oh, yeah.
And Benji has got a lot more action scenes in this one, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, I mean, Benji was... When I first played Benji in MI3, he was a lab technician. He wasn't even in the field. And then in Ghost Protocol, he becomes a field agent. And then over the 6 films that I've done, each film he's evolved a little bit, got a little bit more capable. And in this film, he's right there in the thick of it because he's given some serious responsibilities by Ethan. And that was a lot of fun to play that. And it's such a nice kind of... To get to play this character for 20 years and evolve him in such a kind of, you know, careful and organic way, it felt like the right way to bring this this character's last film to a close.
Can I just say something about this man, because he will never say it himself.
Go on.
He is so much the heart of this film. Every time he's done anything, the audience are going nuts. Honestly, I think he is one of the most underrated actors that we have. Honestly, and I mean, no, because he really is. Because there's all the action of it all, there's the Tom of it all, but this man brings so much heart and comedy at the same time, and I really think he's so underrated as a dramatic actor. So
I feel
what
like
a
we
lovely,
should-
yeah, wow.
It's true.
Look at that, love it.
But he will make you cry your eyes out in this movie.
I know. The movie is absolutely fantastic. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning is in cinemas from Wednesday. Now, still to come, from brass bands to